Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. Club. And this morning I come to you from the overseas passenger terminal, and I'm heading to level 4. This passenger terminal normally is packed out with tourists coming and going from this magnificent city. And usually you get a lot of boats, a lot of cruise liners coming in at dawn. So there would be absolutely mayhem here on any other spring morning. But of course, times have changed. But it's an opportunity for us to catch a sunrise, an uninterrupted sunrise, because normally here there'd be a 20-story ocean liner blocking this view. So welcome to Jim's 5 a.m. Club. It's another glorious spring morning. I'm running a bit late today. Had a bit of a sleepy head this morning, so I didn't get up as early as what I normally do and caught a later bus. But it doesn't matter. I'm still going to knock out a Jim's 5 a.m. Club, and we'll take you on a volta and get you to vicariously experience what I'm experiencing here and right now. Anyway, let's have a bit of a walk and talk. It's been a challenging week for me, but like all good people, we rise to the challenge, we find meaning in challenge, and we just get on with life and keep moving, keep talking, keep the parea engaged. And today I just want to have a chat about another topic, something that I've got near and dear to my heart. And I recall just recently hearing a term which I've never heard before, but it's a very, very clever and apt term. And I don't know if you've heard of it before, but you'll love it, I think, and I'm hoping. The terminology that I heard is called an ASKHOLE. ASKHOLE. And I guess the question I have of you, are you an ASKHOLE, or do you associate with ASKHOLES? So what's an ASKHOLE, you may ask? It's an interesting term, as I said. An ASKHOLE is a person who's an opinion shopper, asks everyone's advice regarding certain challenges, certain problems, and then just goes and does whatever they want, just ignoring all the advice and all the wisdom that has been partaken on them. It's quite funny, actually. Over the years, it's amazing how many people ask our advice, and then you wonder, you're coming to me, you're asking my advice, I'm giving you my advice, and then you just go and do your own thing. What the heck? So from now on, if people ask me for advice, I'm up front and I ask them, if I give you my advice, are you going to follow it? And they look at me in a dull way, and can I get through here, mate? Can I get through? And they look at me in a dull fashion. Thanks, mate. And they seem to think that it's their entitlement to seek people's advice and just do their own thing. But it's not the case. What I've learnt over the years is that wisdom is not a popularity contest. You don't become wise through just doing and thinking the same as everybody else. When I was a young executive at IBM, I came across a very important topic, another term which was called groupthink. And it's a thing that infects many people. You look around at families, you look around at generations or groups of people, and they're all infected. They're all infected with group think, so they all think the same about a certain topic, be it that they've been indoctrinated, be it that they've been been brainwashed into thinking a certain way, and they think that just because everybody else thinks the same way, just because everybody else has the same opinion, that they're right. And obviously they're wrong. You see time and time again on social topics, on social agenda, that there are spin doctors out there who are shaping public opinion, and it's only a few people. While you think there are thousands and thousands and millions of people who share the same view, what it is a few, a very, very few people, a small group of people who are very, very vocal and very, very active, which give the illusion that there are lots of people who share the same view. So my advice to people is to be very, very careful and to be very, very selective with who you choose to listen to, who you choose as a mentor. And the bottom line is that they need to have the runs on the board. Now, you don't go to a philanderer to learn about integrity. You don't go to an adulterer to find out and learn about having morals. You don't go to a dropout from university to find out how to pass accounting, first year accounting, unless you use them as not as the example, but as the warning, the danger warning, that you must do the exact opposite of what they're doing, and at least be guided by their actions to somebody who's a role model, who's done it, who's achieved it, and to mirror and to basically copy their actions in order to get similar sort of results. It's a beautiful morning. It's an absolutely beautiful morning. Let's just go up on the podium. So I've actually worked for corporate Australia for many years, over 35 years, having worked for the biggest and best corporations in the world. And I've been shocked by the amount of groupthink, by the amount of brainwashing, by the amount of bullying, subtle but constant bullying that occurs. I worked for a large law firm. It was my last job, and it was during the period of the same-sex marriage debate, and I effectively was silenced. I was gagged, because there's no way in the world that I was allowed or able to express my Christian views on the topic without being mobbed and attacked, either directly or indirectly. So you get to the point where you say, look, it's just not worthwhile to put my career at risk. But there are school teachers out there who have no choice but to toe the party line and not to be able to express what their true beliefs are, what their conscience tells them, but they just sucked in to the group think, to the indirect bullying, the passive aggressive which occurs around them, which they feel, they know, and they just submit to, which is quite sad, because at the end of the day, the important thing is to get to the stage in life where you can look yourself in the mirror and recognize the person that you see, and not only recognise them, but also respect them for who they are, for what they represent, and for them not to be a pushover and somebody who's been infected by others' groupthink. Talking about groups, just down there to the right of the northern pylon, you probably can't see it because it's a bit dark, there's a group of about 20 kayaks. There's a thing called kayak on the harbour. There are a number of groups that do it, and throughout this summer, God willing, assuming that I've got health, I'm going to organise to do that a number of times, not just once, not just twice. I'm going to sign up Sunday mornings every now and then and just do 2 or 3 of them at least to get some nice photos, and hopefully to bring a Jim's 5am club from just under the harbour bridge. There you go, guys. That's a tough topic this morning, but it's something that I've experienced, something that I see. And once again, I remind you, just because a group of people on Facebook think it's right, doesn't mean that it's right. Just because your children think that it's right, doesn't mean that it's right. You know, there's an element of conscience that you need to tap into. And if you need to justify something, if you need to come up with justifications in order to understand and to agree with something, then you've got to question what the hell's going on. Because people have confirmation biases. And a confirmation bias is basically a belief that they hold, and then all they do is scan the universe for evidence to support their view. And you know that regardless of what view you have, you're always going to find evidence to support it, because there's going to be a group of people who hold the same views and are able to market and to spin and to provide pseudo evidence as to why it's right. But it's up to us, each and every one of us, to apply our own discernment, to be discerning. There's nothing more important than being discerning, and to be able to eliminate the right from the wrong, and not to end up in our later years saying to ourselves, all the things that I knew were right, now people are telling me are wrong, and I have changed. And all the things that I knew that were wrong, people are telling me are right, and now I've changed. Be who you are, stick to your guns, have integrity, have authenticity, and don't be a pushover. Don't be a pushover and a soft cock to groupthink and to brainwashing and to all of these things which are happening around us. The media is infected, and it's up to us to turn our backs on a lot of that spin, and to spin it the other way, the way we know how we've been brought up. Take care. Let's finish off with a positive affirmation. I'm alive, I'm well, and I feel absolutely great. To my friends and family, stay connected, stay relevant, and most importantly, think about groupthink and don't be a sucker. Take care, have a good rest of the day, and I look forward to chatting to you again tomorrow from another beautiful location and bringing to you another topic. Take care, Yassas, bye for now.